Many low elo players feel as though it's their aim that's holding them back. However, a lot of the time, what they're really struggling with is crosshair placement. Hi, I'm Tabe, and in this video, I'm going to be going over crosshair placement. Crosshair placement, simply put, is how you decide to place your crosshair based on the scenario that you're in. There's times where you should hold tight, times you should hold wide, and for some of you, times you should stop admiring the pretty colors on the floor. Without good crosshair placement, you'll oftentimes find yourself having to rely on your aim a lot more than you actually have to. The point of good crosshair placement is to not have to rely on your raw aim skill and is a core mechanic to improve at Valorant. There's quite a few ways you can practice your crosshair placement, and these will depend on where you're at in the game. If you're very new, I recommend going into certain maps where you feel your crosshair placement is weak and just practice where you think you're going to get peeked by. This will allow you to build a decent foundation that we can build upon. After you understand the basic crosshair placement for each map, you're going to want to continue to build upon the mechanics that you've set for yourself already. In order to keep practicing this, you need to make sure you're keeping your crosshair at head level, and you can do this by choosing the 100 bots that reset in the range and practice moving your crosshair horizontally. The reason why this is better than just using the fast 30 bots or sitting close bots is because the increased distance is going to force you to focus harder on keeping your crosshair at head level at all times, and this is a really good way to keep building that habit of staying at head level. After this, the next way that you can improve is playing DM. I hate deathmatch, but if you're going to do it for just crosshair placement, then it's actually pretty good. You just turn your volume off, you don't worry about winning the DM, you don't worry about getting a bunch of kills in the DM, you just try to predict how your enemies are going to peek you and make sure that your crosshair is always at a place where you think you're going to get peeked from. This will actually help you improve versus just sounding in deathmatch and just making sure you win, because winning in deathmatch does not matter at all, I promise. Now that we know how to improve our general crosshair placement, we're going to talk about the different types of crosshair placement. There's pre-aiming, cutting, holding for a wide swing, holding for a tight swing, as well as how you can provide yourself with some counterplay to other people's crosshair placements. Okay, so when talking about pre-aiming is just placing your crosshair at common angles that people are going to be holding. So if I'm going to peek A main, I'm going to clear this angle, clear here, and boom, somebody's waiting for me right there. So boom, 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 all the common angles. That's pre-aiming. There's also pre-firing common angles. So you just jiggle a shot where you think someone could be. You don't always want to do this. There's situations where you want to do that, and as you get better, you'll know when to do something like this. Okay, next we're going to talk about cutting angles, which is slowly peeking angles one by one so that you can clear them. And this is what you want to do when you don't know where people are playing. So like you want to clear an off angle, right? You don't have like a Sova drone or anything. Maybe it's a little later into the round. They could be in an off angle posted for you. So you'll cut this angle, you'll cut this angle, you'll cut back, you'll cut back, you'll cut back slowly. And then this guy's posted in this off angle. There's other places that could be posted as well. So it could be places here. It could be something random. Like there could be some, in this, you'd be surprised how many players like use these stupid off angles. Like there's Arena sometimes just crouched right here, just sitting here getting their one and dashing out. And if there's no utility, like later in the round, maybe you're coming back to A and someone just waiting for you. This is like something that you want to be like expecting. Just someone you posted right here waiting. It's more common than you'd think, I promise. When people are going to peek into you, I'm just going to assume they're going to have a tight, nice 80 peek, which is pretty generous, but still, we're going to make sure that we're holding wide so that we don't have to micro adjust too far. So if we're holding too tight, we're going to have to micro adjust. So here's my example. We're going to hold kind of wide for him because he's going to swing fast. Any year now. And you notice how we didn't have to like micro adjust too far, because if we're holding too tight and he's swinging fast, we're gonna have to micro adjust. But if we're holding wide already, then you should be ready for him. There you go. Knock it off. Next, I'm gonna show an example of when you want to hold tight, which usually be during post-plant situations. What are you doing? Knock it off. Okay. So I'm gonna try to get half, and he's gonna peek me. And this is when you want to hold tight. You saw him on it. You gotta peek. You gotta peek. You gotta peek. You gotta peek. That was so sloppy for me. I have invulnerability on. That's why he didn't hit me once. But in a situation like that, you want to hold tight because, you know, they're going to try to get you off the ball and you want to kill them. You also want to make sure you don't hold too tight or this will happen. Alright, I'm recording. Go ahead. Plant the bomb, come in. You know the deal. Invulnerability's off. I'll hold tight.
Spike planted.
Alright, I'm going to try to get half. You got a peek, I got... Oh, you're so cringe. You're so cringe. You swung so wide. I'm using that. I'm using that. I'm not cutting that out.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
A great way to improve your crosshair placement, since it's attached to game sense and game knowledge, is watching other players and how they have their crosshair placed. The player with the best crosshair placement, in my opinion, it's really close. It's between Sabrez and Bang, in my opinion, but I think Bang takes a cake. He's been a really big part of 100 Thieves in the pro scene, and he's been doing really well, and I think watching him would help you improve a lot. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, I stream every single day at twitch.tv/wavytabe. I also made a Discord server, and I'm going to be doing free coaching, free VOD reviews, and free personalized improvement plans. Thank you so much for watching.